How's it going? Um, I would talk about how long it's been since I've uploaded and why I've been gone, but that's for my next video that I'm uploading. So go fuck yourself. Onto the actual video now. Ring the bells, ring the bell. I have an opinion. I have an opinion. I'm going to speak my actual opinion. Everyone, grab your dicks. Opinion time. Hello, guys. Something Opinion Tano here, and today we're going to be talking about the TikTok ban. Oh, dude. Another person's thoughts on something that everyone is giving their thoughts on in America. I feel as if, I'm probably speaking to the choir or preaching to the choir right now. Everyone would agree with me when I say that this ban is fucking stupid. And the constant updates on it have been pretty insane as of recent with all the shit that's been happening in the span of like 4 or 5 days. And I will talk about it in more depth in a second. I just want to get out of the water how I feel about it, like in most lamest terms. Um, this is the dumbest shit that our government has done. And I do blame one nigga in particular, a certain someone in Alaska. And if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. But again, we're saving that for a little later in the video, okay? So really just sit down, listen, and focus. If you want to just get the quick summary out the way, then yeah, that's it, Please like, subscribe, and get out of here. But if you want to actually hear everything I have to say about this, if you want to hear my... Is my filter still on? No. If you want to hear my full opinion, here's the opinion. As everyone knows, this is one of the dumbest things, in my personal, profound, and professional opinion. This is the dumbest thing ever, because their reasoning for banning TikTok, as you all know, is it is a national security threat. To those who don't know, but I'm saying to those who don't know as if everyone doesn't know, what is the security threat in question? They're saying that TikTok is a Chinese spy Chinese spy thing that is entering the brains of the youth and corrupting their minds to make them anti-American. That is the actual reasoning, all right? That they're saying TikTok needs to go. It is anti-American. It is communist propaganda. Sure. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that it's not a Chinese app. The company that owns them or something is Chinese. But TikTok itself, the CEO is Singaporean. The nigga who runs it isn't even Chinese. Also, just a little bit more food for thought. China has also banned TikTok for the exact same reasons that America has, but they're not going to tell you that for the obvious reason. Senator, I'm Singaporean. Mr. Chu, if you turn on TikTok's Wi-Fi in a plane, can it talk to the plane? Are you serious, nigga? I am at a loss for words for how dumb our US government is. Because, holy shit, I don't like to talk about politics at all because I don't have an opinion on politics. It's a bad all around. Our government for the past decade, if you ask me, has been a joke. It has been piss poor, dog shit. All right? I just genuinely can't wrap my head around how bad and how terrible things have been throughout my life. And I haven't even been alive terribly long. You know what I mean? And it's insane to think of how out of touch these money mongers are. These hungry, powerful people. Because as everyone knows, this is more of they're trying to get rid of it so they can buy TikTok and get the shares. But if it's owned by anyone else, the people are just going to move anyway. It's the same reason that people still call X Twitter and not X, because fuck Elon. It is a little bit more than that. Now, can it genuinely be a threat to our data? Yes. That can be said about any app, though. As one of the senators who tried to extend the deadline by 270 days. And the man in Alaska that I was talking about that shut that down immediately, who was asking Mr. Chu, aka the CEO of TikTok, all those stupid questions, just re-asking him if he was Chinese in different ways, was, what was it? Tom Cotton or something like that. Some shit like that. Hold on. Tim Cotton. There we go. It was Tim Cotton who kept asking these stupid questions to Mr. Chu, if you will, asking him if he's Chinese, the whole kit and caboodle, you know what I mean? It was him who shut down the bill for it to be passed or an extended deadline immediately. And he said, this TikTok is communist propaganda. He didn't listen to a word that the senator was saying. He's a genuine fucking joke. The only real big reason isn't national security. It's more so they're leaning on the fact that TikTok is anti-American. And they're saying that the app is just feeding the brains of the people nothing but propaganda, and they're corrupting the minds of our youth to be anti-American, which, just to be clear, them doing this and saying TikTok is propaganda, which in itself, that is propaganda, they're obviously trying to tell us how we should feel. As government does, you know what I mean? Other than the massive hypocrisy of what they're doing, claiming to be propaganda, when what they're doing is in itself a propaganda thing, it is more so just so aggravating when someone of that high caliber who can make a difference is shot down by one dickweed. All right. And I'm trying not to curse to sound a little bit more professional, but the shit that Tim caught, he is such a fucking racist idiot. And that's coming from me. I say racist shit daily. I don't give a fuck about my digital footprint. It's over for me. It's over for everyone, all right? But it's the fact that someone like him who can hear someone clearly say, I am not a part of this race. Well, you look the fucking character. He didn't say this, but he's like, you look the part, so you are the part. You know what I mean? The usual suspects, you ever heard of that? It's genuinely so insane on what people so high up and so powerful are incapable of. And what they're incapable of doing is thinking, with processing, basic brain functions of cohesiveness, to hear a person so clearly and still be an ignorant dick. He is, by all means, one of the most lead-headed morons to ever take seat in a position of power that fucking high. He should not be a senator. I genuinely believe that man should not be a senator. He should be a businessman, maybe, but not a senator. He is genuinely one of the biggest dolts in office, and I hope to God he gets kicked out some way, somehow. I hope to God some way, somehow he gets kicked out, because he is a genuine fool. And in case, I doubt it, Tim Cotton, if this ever somehow grazes your ears, grazes your eyes, you ever have to sit down and listen to some random kid talk, go fuck yourself. You are one of the most ignorant, power-hungry morons that I have had to see in our government, and it's a shame that it took this, such a minuscule thing that does nothing more than attack our comfortability, for the most part. For most people, it's attacking our comfortability rather than our actual business and livestock or livelihood. But the fact that it takes something like that for all of us to be outraged and to see what kind of idiots we have in office is insane. And that's another thing I want to talk about. It's like TikTok for me, I wouldn't say it's changed my life greatly. It has given me a platform to speak on. I do have 10K followers on TikTok, but in reality, I only have maybe the same amount, if not less, than what I have on YouTube. Because, you know, TikTok numbers, 10K on TikTok doesn't really mean anything. Because I just got a bunch of people who followed me from one video and then never looked at my content again. The thing that pisses me off, though, is the fact that it takes something like this and then seeing how our senators and our government reacts to that to then be outraged about what's going on in our country instead of something that's way more serious, like that shit that was happening in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. For those who don't know, the drones, did we ever get an update on the drones? They were talked about once by our governors. I remember they had a meeting and they were like, we have no idea what's going on in New Jersey. The drones, they're not a threat. We don't know what they are, though. We're just saying they're not a threat. That's not what has the people mad, though. The fact that they have no idea what the hell's going on. they just can't say, or it's not even a matter of maybe they can't say it, which likely the case. Maybe they're just playing stupid on purpose, which is again most likely. But the fact that they have the gall to come up and waste everyone's time by making a meeting saying, oh, that doesn't even get all of New Jersey mad. It barely gets fucking over maybe 1,000 people mad about our government, or about our governor, to say the least. About on this state alone, no one's outraged, no one's flipping cars, rioting. Yo, what the fuck is going on? But the one thing that gets all Americans to really sit down and be like, and agree, this is bullshit. Don't take away our app. I understand that TikTok has changed lives of many people. It is the way many people now are being funded. People have gotten rich off of it. People have made businesses off of it. Look at Keith Lee. He's helped other people through his platform. I'm not saying TikTok is the most redundant and useless thing out there. I'm not saying it's nothing more than just our little comfort toy. I'm not saying that at all. I have managed to make I'm Dante laugh. That was like the peak of my life at one point. That I made I'm Dante laugh twice! That is such an insane thing. Please, Majid Karp, please let me on I'm Dante's video. I miss him. But that's besides the point. TikTok has managed to affect me in a positive way. It's managed to change my life for some bit. If I didn't get big on TikTok, I wouldn't have managed to make some of the friends I have today. I wouldn't have met someone like fucking CJSPK. He's just an artist who lived in Jersey with me. I went to go visit him for Halloween. Me and him hung out. I met this dude in person through TikTok. He is an awesome person. The same thing like how I managed to become friends with the Hive, the group that the friends I'm with, you know, Monty, Trash Cam, Rex, Ghostin, all of those dudes. I wouldn't have met them if it wasn't, you know, for fucking YouTube. The same logic has been applied to TikTok. I've met great people. I've gotten really close with a lot of people through TikTok. But the same argument can be made is it's nothing more than just an app that we scroll. Any platform can change our lives. It's just that TikTok is the most proficient in doing it. I'm not saying that it's a dumb, useless, stupid app, but for majority of people, you're not getting popular off of it. For the most part, the people who are outraged are the ones who don't make a livelihood off of this. It's just nothing more than, you know, they shit post every now and again, and that's it. They get a couple likes, get a couple views, maybe one of their videos pop off, but that's the end of that story. They're the ones who are the most outraged about it. And I'm glad to see that we can see the shit that the government's trying to do to us, that's trying to step over us all the time. But at the exact same time, why is it this what it takes? Why is this what it takes for us to band together instead of everything else that's happened? The fucking rising, the rise in criminal activity, the rise in poverty, the rise, the downfall of our economics, or not our economics, our fucking. My brain! The rise in poverty, the rise in crime rates, the fucking inflation we're having, the serious debt that the United States is in, the fact that Amy Schumer still has the right to speak is pissing me off. It's the fact that so many things, the social injustices that we've had to deal with for decades and maybe centuries, right? And out of every fucking thing they do, somehow they manage to one-up themselves every year. And this is what it takes. That's what's aggravating. It should not take a fucking app on our phone to make us think these guys are pieces of shit. It should have taken the fact that most people who are around my age in the next 2 years when they're out of school, or the next 5 years when they're out of school, won't even be able to afford a house. God forbid they'll be able to afford a kid. Not the global warming, not the fucking global crisis that we're having, not the whole fact that we could be in a war at any given minute, not the amount of wars that are happening, not the fact that the people are more focused on the wars outside of their country instead of the shit that's happening in their own country. Like there's so much shit that has been happening, that has been going on within the United States of America, and we haven't said or made this much of a public outrage about it in so long, not since the George Floyd protests. And This is what gets us to that point again. And you have to really wonder, when you see this type of thing happen so much, how long will this outrage last? Now we're just going to Zhao Honshu, fucking where Yap Dollar is, you know what I mean? It's just insane that this is what it takes. This is what it takes. This is what it is. This is how this is how the fucking cookie crumbles. Like, really? Out of all the fucking things. And I'm not mad at the people. I'm just mad that this is what it is. And, you know, I'm glad it's something rather than nothing. And what the fuck? What? Are you fucking serious, dude? What? What the fucking? Oh, nigga! Are you serious right now? Are you fucking? Nigga. Oh my god! Damn it, nigga! I gotta go somewhere after I'm done recording this. Ooh, hold on. I gotta pause this shit real quick. Now I need to buy a new fucking stress ball. All black fit today. I don't remember where the fuck I was. Probably something along the lines of the American people being outraged for the wrong things. I feel as if I've made my point clear enough on why it should have taken something else to get us to this point. But I want to move on from this topic now. The big thing that they were arguing is that it takes and sells your data. This is a stupid argument for the big reason of, name a website that doesn't do that. Name a big major company that doesn't do that exactly. One of the senators, the guy who tried to extend it, said, well, that's what every app does. You know what I mean? Such as Instagram, Facebook, they do that. Temu, they do that. Trying to think. Shein, they do that. If it is an app that you can put data into, it is an app that will take that data and sell it. And how it builds an algorithm. Now, when it takes that data, or not sells it, but it take that data and use it, that's how it builds an algorithm. When it takes that data and sells it to data brokers, that's a different story. That's how you get targeted ads and shit. Whole different fucking can of worms. That is literally every single app to have ever apped. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. So that is not only a pointless argument, it is a stupid argument. So I don't want to hear them say something along those lines to say that TikTok is any different from Facebook, because then let's put a ban on Facebook. Let's put a ban on Shein. Let's put a ban on Amazon. Let's put a ban on, you know, fucking Instagram, YouTube, any Google. Fuck it. Take any American-made app, ban it. It does the exact same thing. It isn't a matter of national security. It isn't a matter of data, keeping our data protected. It is just a matter of they don't want outside forces inside. Even if those outside forces aren't even necessarily doing anything wrong, it is just they don't want another country being a part of us, I guess. No, actually, fuck that. They don't want an app to where people can explain and openly talk about their frustrations towards the government, towards the United States. It is the big thing of they just don't want us to openly speak out against them. Even though with them removing this goes straight up against the First Amendment right. They cannot, by amendment law, directly take away a communications app from us. So what are they doing? They're just taking it off the App Store. And you may be wondering, well, if they take it off the App Store and I still have the app on my phone, wouldn't that make no difference? Wrong. Because if you have the app, but it's no longer on the App Store, that just means it won't get any more updates. So after a month and a half, 2 months, the app will be completely in shambles. You won't be able to use it anymore. And word got out that TikTok said, oh no, we're just straight up, if you have TikTok on your phone and you're in the United States, you're not going to be able to log in anymore. You just straight up lose everything. Because they're not selling it. And they have all right to. I'm not mad at them for not selling it. Fuck what these niggas are trying to do to them. It's just insane that the second that the people like start saying like, yo, you guys have been doing a lot of walking all over us, they realize this. They're like, all right, get rid of TikTok. We don't want the people to say anything bad about us. It's just a bunch of fragile egos. And I'm blaming Tim Cotton specifically. He's been the most vocal of all the fucking morons. Ooh, that nigga pisses me off. I could go on and on about how this is straight up them repressing the First Amendment right. They are they're not upright doing it, but they are smothering us. And if this ban goes through, of which it seems like it will, the First Amendment right means literally nothing. If they can get away with this, they can get away with everything. And this is the beginning of the end of a country. And this is just the beginning of something that's going to collapse in on itself. We are so much money in debt. We have so many things on the rise. The earth is getting warmer. Fucking days are getting shorter. We can't afford food. We can't afford housing. We can't afford clothes. We can't afford to have a family. We can't afford anything. We can't agree with each other on anything. The states are so fucking divided. The people are so divided more than ever. So I'm glad that we can all get together and agree on this one thing. But when this one thing, when we all get together and it doesn't make a difference, then what? I'm not saying we need to riot, but that may be our only other option left. What was that one Martin Luther King quote? Riots are the voices of the unheard, or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that's basically, he's right. It's the anger. Like, we're going to get angry. We're going to get mad. How long? How much more are they going to do? They've already been pushing the limits of what they can do. Every time something big is happening, oh, aliens might be real. You know what I'm saying? Aliens might be real. We don't know yet. They might be. Oh, we have semi-evidence of a UFO, even though it just means unidentified flying obelisk. Like, they'll always throw something out to kind of distract us from whatever shit they're doing. And everyone knows this, but we keep falling for it. Like, we're aware that they're doing it. We know they're playing us like a fiddle, but we keep falling for it over and over and over again. This time, we're not going to take it. This time, we're not going to sit here and be like, no, fuck you and your UFOs. Do you know what I mean? It's just, when we don't make a difference, at the moment we are united. But when nothing happens, then what? We are going to be left with no other choice other than starting some shit. I'm not advocating for that. I'm not saying go out there and fucking light your car on fire or something like that. But we are allowed to protest. They didn't even give us a hearing. The people, they didn't even give it something that could be voted on. They just said, fuck it, we're doing it. We're going to do this. It is crazy. It is fucking crazy on what they're getting away with right now. This is our government, and we can do nothing about it. But that's not true. We can do something about it. Honestly, spit in their faces. Go to Red Note. Go to Zhao Hanshu. Go ahead. Do everything to make a mockery of what they've done. This is, by all means, an injustice. But don't stop at just this. Don't stop at just TikTok. There's so many more things that they've done, so many more ways that they've wronged us as people. There's so many things going on that they have yet to explain, yet to announce, yet to even give us any guidance on. Don't let this be the end of it. Make it known that our government is a joke. Not everyone. Maybe there's some senators out there that agree that this country's going to shit. That this world is going to shit. That we're putting the wrong people in power. Age isn't a fucking factor. Just because some dude's 80 years old and he becomes a senator doesn't mean he's unqualified. Sometimes the older people, they know what they're doing. Sometimes they're like fucking Biden. They sleep all the time. It's not a matter of age, because then you have people around the age of 40 or 30, around our age, who are inexperienced and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's not a matter of age, it's a matter of whether or not they're capable. So don't let age be a factor. Don't say, oh, it's because these old people. No. It's because these dumb people. Make it known. Make your voice clear. Make it very clear. Go out to the streets. Post somewhere, some way, somehow, and make it known that you are sick of the bullshit that this country has been doing, that the country has been fucking you over with. And if you're not a part of the United States, hi, thanks for watching my video. Just watch from afar, I guess. There's nothing you could do. But, you know, you could throw some money in my pocket and help me out to directly. Cash App right there. If you're a part of the United States, though, Cash App right there. But yeah, seriously, go out there and just do something about it. We have free will. We're free. The United States is still the land of the free. There's a lot of things they can try to take away from us, but they can't take away our voice. Because if they do, it's no longer the United States. I still wholeheartedly believe that the United States is one of the greatest countries because we have the privilege to be able to be whoever we want to be. Some people will sit there and tell you America is the worst place on earth. To them, I say, go somewhere else and see how that goes for you. Majority of countries outside of the US, certain communities don't have rights. Certain communities won't be accepted as people. Certain communities just won't be allowed in. United States is the only place where you can be whoever you want, however you want. You can be a piece of shit on the internet and get famous for it. It's not impossible. We've seen it time and time again, where anyone can be anything. It is the land of opportunity to this day. The United States is still a grand place where people can be changed overnight. It is not dead. People are saying the American dream is dead. You're a fucking fool if you believe that. The American dream is far from dead. It's the people that are killing it, and it's the government that is shoving it down our throats that we're killing it too. We still can turn things around. Not for the app. Maybe the app is dead in the water. But everything else that is going on, we can still make a difference. I'm not a politician. I'm not a motivational speaker. However, I'm someone who lives in this country and has seen the nonsense. And I'm sick of it, and I'm sure you are too. With that being said, do something. Go out there and make a difference. Make change. Because the change won't happen unless you start it. Simply put. Now, I've got a diploma to go show off and a check to go get. Bitch ass niggas. Fuck is you talking about? America! That's the eagle sound. I gotta go. Do something about it. Like and subscribe and all that nonsense. New videos coming out soon. Bye.